Greetings, captains, and welcome to this Explain 10 video. Today we are Air New Zealand Flight 351 service from Wellington International Airport to Christchurch International Airport. This is a short domestic flight. It's going to take about 53 minutes, and we're going to be cruising at a final altitude today of 220. Without further ado, captains, let's go ahead and jump into the flight deck and get things ready for departure. Alright, so let's get things ready for departure here. Battery on, emergency lights can go on, fuel, and let's start the APU. I am using the UHD mesh for New Zealand. I'll provide you with the links in the description section. Looks like the APU is available now. Alright, and let's go ahead and set the RS to align mode. Alright, we've got about 7 minutes before the alignment is complete. The yaw damper can go on, galley power can go on, and let's see here, window heat can go on. And let's see here. Let's put some air conditioning for the passengers. And collision lights can go on. Alright. Okay, let's get the fuel. We need 5.7 kilos of fuel for this flight. We'll say instant. Zero fuel is 50. That's fine. Okay, 3.4 units for our trim today. Alright, that's fine. And now let's begin programming the FMC. Okay, position initialization. We are at November, Zulu, Whiskey November. Okay. We'll come to that in a minute. Let's put our performance data in. Okay, so we have a total gross weight of 55.74. Oops. And by the way, this is in 1,000 kilos, so it might differ than what you're normally accustomed to, which is in pounds. And the planned fuel is 3.7. And we've got 2,000 reserves. Cost index for the flight is 35, and the cruise altitude is 220. Okay, transition altitude in New Zealand is 13,000 feet. So that is set. Okay. So all is good here. Let's go ahead and begin programming our route today. So we are, alright, we need to put this again. And we're going to depart today runway 34, and the destination is November, Zulu, Charlie Hotel. Our flight number today is Air New Zealand 351. Let me check this here. Yes, okay. So it's ANZ351. Alright, actually let's do the departure. So we were departing runway 34 through the WIT B2 Bravo departure, and we're going to be arriving at Christchurch International today through the Messy 6 Bravo, and we're going to do an ILS approach runway 20 through the Odyssey transition. Okay, activate and execute. That SID doesn't look right to me, because it looks like we need to first fly to, let me check the flight plan here. Yeah, Laxiv should be the first one, so we'll say okay, so it should go there, and then it goes to, yeah, that's correct, and then we're going to go to Nemos, and we're going to fly direct there as well, and from Nemos we'll go to Whiskey November, fly direct, and then Sabda, okay, and from Sabda we're going to reach our top of descent. So this goes here, and now we're pretty much good. Okay, let's take a look at our legs page now. No discos, and let's go ahead and enter the takeoff data. So we're going to do flaps 5 for departure, trims 3.4, V1, V rotate, and V2. So V2 is 144. Okay. And our trim is 3.4. That's about right. Okay, and let's arm the flight director. Auto throttle should be on. And what else here? Okay, let's check our altimeter. The altimeter is 2953. 2953. Okay. That's also done. Everything here is fine. All is set. Okay, so let's put this on the climb page. And this goes to the legs page. Okay, let's set our speed bugs. Actually, let's go back. Okay. So we've got 134, first bug, let's put that on 80 knots, and then 134, it's about there, and 136, and 136 plus 144. No. Looks like we took 2 of them here. Yeah. Okay, so that one goes to 134. That one goes to 136. And then 144. And 144 plus 15. That's 155. So that right about here. Okay. So our bugs are now set. Let's check the ILS. Okay, we've got about 2 minutes. So let's go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps. I'm just going to go ahead and turn those on. Okay. Okay, I'll see you in just under 1 minute. Alright captains, the iris has now aligned and we are ready for pushback and engine start. So let's go ahead and call. There we go. Ground services, and let's do straight pushback from our current position. Release the parking brake. I believe that's the, yeah. Right, we're ready to start the engine. Packs are off. Start engine number 2. Okay, that's 24. We check our then it to be at 22. There we go. Okay, that's good enough. Let's set the parking brake. Pushback is complete. And let's go ahead and start the engine number 1. Right. And engine number 1 starting. Okay. Brakes on RTO. Flaps 5 for departure. Position lights. Taxi lights. Okay, pitos can go on. Packs on auto. And now we can turn off the APU. Okay, so everything looks okay to me. And everything is set. And we are now ready to taxi to runway 34 for departure. Let's release the parking brake. Alright captains, we are approaching now runway 34 and we're going to make our final stop here to get things ready for takeoff. Alright, let's set the parking brake. Lights on, taxi off, strobe can go on. And we're pretty much good to go. Let's release the parking brake. Right, we are lined up with the runway now. And 2 go. B1, roll. rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Some wind there. I'm going to try to keep it here at 10-degree pitch. Okay, this is to 250 knots. Right, LNAV. Let's engage the autopilot. It's a nice departure out of Wellington Airport. A few scattered clouds in the area. Okay, let me adjust the rate of climb. Okay, and we are coming to 10,000 feet, so we can turn off the lights. Actually, the engine should have been on continuous for departure. Okay, we're above 10,000 feet, so we can increase the speed to 280. Okay, let me go ahead and engage LNAV. Right, we're approaching our transition altitude. Okay, so let's set the altimeter to standard now. 2992. And obviously, this calculation isn't correct. It says that we should be at our top of climb right here, and that is not accurate. Of course, we are still at about 15,000 feet. Okay folks, we continue to climb steadily, and I will see you back at our cruising altitude of 220, and once we are at an area where the scenery is a little more interesting, and then I'm going to show you a nice RTH trick. Alright, so I'll see you in just a little while. Welcome back, captains. We are cruising at flight level 220, and we are approximately 56 nautical miles from our top of descent. I want to show you a little trick I discovered while fiddling around with RTH. If you look out the windows here and you see how the, I guess the atmospheric weather, I'm not sure if this is haze or fog or whatever it is, but watch what I do here now with their Terra haze settings. I'm going to take this to minus 11. Look at that. That looks absolutely stunning. Let's take a look from the outside. Change the time a bit here. Look at that. Let me play with the put it here at 5. And look at that. That looks amazing. Now the only thing about this setting is that RTH does not accept a negative value for the offset. So you just can set it, even if you save it, the next time you'll come, it'll put it at plus 11. But you can see how this looks. This looks really nice. There we can reduce it to 3, and that gives you a more realistic look. Look at that. Alright, see, if I change this back to 0, look at the difference. Okay, and we can change this back to 5. And let me save this and show you this from the outside so you can compare. Look at that. See the difference? Very, very different. There we go, one more time. Minus 9.5. Look at that. Alright, captains, we are about 3 nautical miles, 2.5. We need to reset the MCP altitude, and I'm going to go ahead and set it all the way to 2,000 feet, since, of course, we don't have ATC today. So that's the final altitude that we need to be at for to intercept the ILS. So we should begin our descent automatically in just a few seconds from now. There we go. We have now begun the descent. Let me adjust the range here so we know what's going on. Okay. So we're going to do flaps 30 today. Our final speed is 141 plus 5. That gives us a final approach speed of 146. So we'll do flaps 30 and 146. Okay. So that is done. Our vertical speed is a bit... I think that's a bit high. I think an appropriate vertical speed for descent would be somewhere between 800 and 1200 feet per minute. Would be a comfortable setting. Right, let's see here. That's our transition. India Hotel Whiskey 5. India Hotel Whiskey 5. Let's put a fix there for situational awareness. And let's add a 20-mile radius. Yep. Okay, captains, we are reaching our transition altitude, and now we need to reset this to 2947. 2947. Okay, let's check here. Alright, that's fine. Okay. We are approaching the 20 nautical mile radius. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to reduce our speed to 250 knots, 240 knots. Alright, 10,000 feet. Lights can go on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and reduce speed now to... Oops, that's the heading, not the speed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reduce speed to 210. And let's reduce our rate of descent to 1,000 feet per minute. Looks like the weather is pretty bad here. We're still doing okay. And as soon as we reach 210 knots, I will extend flaps 1. Okay, let's go ahead and set the frequency for the ILS. 110.3, and the course is 197. 197 is set, and 110.3 is set on both nav radios. So we're good. Alright, let's extend flaps. And let's arm the speed brakes. Oh, it looks like there's some heavy rain here. Okay, let's go ahead and activate the approach button. Now I'm going to reduce speed to 170 knots. And we'll do flaps 5. Okay, let's arm the auto brake to 2. Okay, it looks like we've intercepted the localizer now. And we're going to maintain 170 knots. That's the runway ahead of us. Our final approach speed is 146 knots. And as we get closer, now we will reduce speed. Okay, so we've now reached our final altitude. Approach altitude 2000, and we will maintain that altitude until the glide slope is active. Okay, the needle started moving now, and just one dot above, I'm going to reduce speed now to 150 knots and select gear down. flaps 25, 146 is our approach speed.
$1,000.
Okay, and let's see. Okay, let's do flaps full, and let's disengage the autopilot and auto throttle.
$500. $400. $300. $200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That was a very hard landing. Okay, reversers are out. Welcome to Christchurch International Airport, captains. Okay, let's stop over here and let's see how well we did. Right, let's set the parking brake. Well, captains, the landing wasn't the best landing. I think we came in a little too hard, but nevertheless, we are safely here at Christchurch International Airport in New Zealand. And I hope that you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. My next flight is probably going to be in the Flight Factor 767 due to popular request. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you so very much for watching, and bye-bye for now.